Up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? First and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A loss of 2 there, second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd every...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns, on just 2 plays, have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when
trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward, since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Lamar Jackson with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game. And the Browns have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to throw. Drops it off for Chubb. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. His throw incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Handoff comes to Chubb. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is fielded at the 7. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measure. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Myles Garrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down. Jackson now down around his goal line. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Nifty move. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play that time for Cleveland. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. A handoff to Barkley. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. Here's Jackson. Steps away. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 40, 30. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second down, here's Chubb again. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Looking to throw. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And the Ravens are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on 4th down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball to his receiver. They get the first down. It's now first and goal.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Chubb again. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. It's their quarterback with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? On second down, here's Barkley. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. They go play action with Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They've played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that one or two guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down. Again, Jackson. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. This one from 48 yards away. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men.
Come on, fellas.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Final adjustments being made in the locker room. We're just about set for the second half from Cleveland. And to bring it your way, we go back up to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
And how about this one out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, Coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up fourth down. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. Wind at his back now in this third quarter. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7.
So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
A give. This is Chubb. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. On play action, they'll throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD. That's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Barkley on first down, going to work his way forward, only for about a couple there.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Throwing is Jackson. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
It would be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball.
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 67 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson rolling to his left. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incomplete.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Kevin Stefanski going to leave the offense out to go for 2.
It's complete. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
They'll look to throw here.
He's going deep for Brown.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.
And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. After the interception, here's Jackson. Out to his left. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Browns are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 21. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Now for the point after. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
Dancing to his left. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Back to throw here. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And now here's another interception. Picked off near the 26. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown.
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
See if they can do it here. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 29. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Running again with Barkley on 2nd down.
And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Second and 1. Rolling to his right. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to let it fly. That's caught at the 25. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. This is caught. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. And this is caught. Well, they get 1 back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Tucker with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And they take a knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Now hold on a second. Why would they decline that?
Charles? I don't have a good answer for you, but let's work the math here a little bit. If you take the penalty, you get 5 yards. Minimum.
You're in the positive in the yardage, and you get to rerun the down you just had.
I like that. I like that little extra on top of the whole thing. This makes 0 sense.